Hello, it's Baz at GotAUkulele.com with another instrument review for you. As always, the written review is on the website, link up at the top here. This is an instrument that I see probably get recommended to beginners more than any other. You know the sort of thing, you're on a forum or discussion group and somebody asks the question that I'm getting a new ukulele or my first ukulele, recommend me one. Somebody on an almost daily basis will recommend one from this brand, which is a Luna, and this is a concert scale. They're laser tattoo edged concert scale from Luna. It gets a lot of high praise, or is that a lot of people who just happen to have them and like to make a recommendation? I thought I'd buy one and find out. It is a fairly standard ukulele shape in the concert scale, as I say, made completely from laminate wood with a mahogany outer, double bout shape, pretty plain flat back, as I say, not solid wood, laminate wood. Pretty plain sides, no edge binding, so you can see the edges of the laminate, but it's on the top, which is where I think people really get attracted to it when they go into a music store and see it on the shelf. This laser etched tattoo design that you've got on here, it's you're either going to love it or hate it, I don't know. But other than that, yeah, I mean, it's all right. You can actually, you can feel it. It's not a transfer. Fairly standard tie bar bridge there with a bit of odd shaping to it, screwed in place as given away by these two holes, and a plastic saddle uncompensated. It's pretty well made. Looking inside, lots of glue spots and shavings. The bracing looks quite chunky, but the laminate is fairly thin, so alright, fairly standard. Neck, hardwood, mahogany, I think, with a joint here and a joint up at the top. Fairly standard neck profile, plastic nut, nickel silver frets with no sharp edges. The edges are unbound. You've got these triangle shaped inlaid plastic triangle fret markers, no side fret markers. The rosewood looks dry, it looks cheap, it looks pale in the middle here. I don't know whether I can show you this, but I've also got sort of wood knots and holes in it. Looks like woodworm. I think that's awful. I think it's just cheap wood with poor quality control. That would annoy the hell out of me. Thankfully, a different shaped headstock there with the Luna logo that is screen printed on in white. I think it looks a bit stark, but there we go. Faced in mahogany veneer. And on the back we have unbranded open geared tuners that you see on most cheap ukuleles, but these are really terrible. Look at that. I found when I was tuning it, there was a lot of play in them and kind of a rattle. They all move. I reckon if I yank these, I could probably pull them out. Not good. Aquila strings, and for £80 you get this, and you get this fairly functional gig bag. So priced for the beginner, who I think, as I say, probably gets attracted by what's going on the top here, but that doesn't make any sound. It's how it plays that matters. Fairly balanced, fairly light, a little bit body heavy, I think, but it's all right. It's the sound though. I mean, it's functional. It plays, it tunes. The setup's okay. The intonation isn't bad. It just doesn't have a lot of life to it. Now I know it's a cheap ukulele, but I've played other cheap ukuleles at this 80 quid price point that have got a lot more life to them. Seems a bit one-dimensional to me. It's not got huge amounts of volume. It hasn't got huge amounts of sustain. what I thought about this one was, you know, if this was 50 quid or 30 quid ukulele, I'd be thinking, well, that sound is what I expected from it. It's not, it's 80, so it's a bit more, and I just wonder how much more you are paying because of this stuff. I personally wouldn't spend my money on it or recommend it. I think you can do better. Things like Baton Rouge or just a plain laminate from Macala has more life in it than this one. I'm not expecting great things from a ukulele at this price point. I just think you can do better if you go plainer. I don't know what it is, Luna. I think it's probably overbuilt inside. I think the laminate's cheap. I don't like the roughness of the neck and those tuners, but it's perfectly functional. You know, I'll get a lot of bad press for this video because, of course, in ukulele land, if you say anything bad about a ukulele, you are the devil. I just like to try and sort of tell it like it is. It's one guy's impartial review. I think you can do better than buying this. Plenty of people will because they'll like this. I would ignore that and get something plainer that sounds a bit better. You may be listening to the video and thinking, well, it sounds all right to me, and I suppose it does. It's all right. I wouldn't spend 80 quid in it. There we go. Keep an eye on GotAUkulele for the full written review on this one, and plenty more coming soon as well. Have a look at the reviews page, plenty on there. Take care. See you again soon.